Okay. Does it seem like there's a light down at the bottom there? Well, whatever. We'll see what it looks like. We're filming.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. So, new person with me today. Joe's been busy. I don't know. Joe's out in Palm Springs and doing lots of things. And Gwen and I have been talking about doing this for a while. So, Gwen Kelly, who is you're a broker associate, right? You've had your broker license for a long time, and
we won't say how long.
Yeah, we won't say how long. But Gwen's awesome. I don't know. Sometimes I struggle with what to call you, but she's like my associate, but really you're my office manager. That's when I have a question. Gwen she's awesome. She answers my questions immediately. She researches them.
That's enough.
No, you're really good. But, when we get offers or we're in a deal, right, we have a transaction and there's an agent on the other side, we research them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're trolling.
No, we don't stalk.
Yeah, we're not stalking. We're just gathering information. But I told Gwen when I came here, one of the first things I realized when I got my license is you can tell by somebody's DRE or license number how long they've been licensed. And I don't know, a lot of people I don't think are really keyed in on that. But my number basically starts with an 18. It's 018. People now, I think they're 020, so it's taken...
The newer one.
Yeah, the new one, so it's taken about 10 years to get there. But I know, Gwen, I asked her, can I tell this story? But Gwen is 5. And there are other... 005. There's people that are 4, but the point of the story is that Gwen has lots of experience, and yeah, I just can't really say enough about Gwen.
Thank you, that's very nice.
All right, so let's just talk. Hey, I have the MLS Touch app. Do you have that?
I've used that forever.
Is it the best app?
Yeah.
So
but you can brand it and send it.
Yeah. So did you always know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe she's not the best office manager.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't know because we talked about MLS Touch before. But you kind of poo-pooed it.
No, I always loved it, but I didn't really think that. You know what? I thought it was so good and so off the MLS that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sure we don't give this information to clients. And
it doesn't always brand it. Your client has to accept the link, which is hard to get them to do.
Right.
You send it, but they still know it comes.
Right, and I just think for so long, I had actually bought an app, but it wasn't right off the MLS. So many things you get, that MLS Touch, I think she said it updates every 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's directly off MLS.
It's directly off the MLS. So if you're looking to, interested in buying, obviously, or just want to know what's going on in the neighborhood, it's wonderful because it even brings up commercial property.
Right, it'll bring up everything.
Everything.
So if your agent gives it to you,
right,
activate it.
Yeah, and then they're trying to integrate it with what we call our matrix. So we also, when we set up on an email, that, and it's great because as agents, we can pick a very defined neighborhood where I think a lot of people are out there on their own. They're like Long Beach, and then you get overwhelmed.
Just too many large areas.
Too many large areas, and that's what we can do for you. But they're supposed to integrate that soon, so we could, even...
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hi, Betsy Stern.
You can read that.
I know, it's pretty good, huh? She's from New Jersey. All right. So talking about buyers... when we have a buyer, I think one of the most important things we do is the buyer's inspection, right? And again, I think I've learned a lot from Gwen, and Gwen is very good about bringing really good people in, right?
Okay.
Yeah, no, she is. Her and I are so funny. Well, I'll be like, okay, got a great carpet person, and she's really
We give them back and forth.
Yeah, we give them back and forth. We're totally, we share very well. But, Gwen, what is it you think that you excel at? Because I think you do excel with working with buyers and the inspection. And, I just want you to tell people what it is, you do that is good for the buyers.
Specifically? I mean, I'm just with them the whole way.
Well, you are with them. But in that inspection period,
So it's good to have a thorough inspection,
mm-hmm.
and then read the inspection and go over it before your buyer sees it,
right?
So that you're up to speed and can talk to them about it and talk them off a cliff if necessary.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm going to make a point about staged homes real quick. stage homes look awesome and a buyer buys it because of the staging.
Yeah.
But during the inspection period, they need to look beyond that staging because that's all going to go away, and they just have the bare bones house that
Right.
they need to deal with.
Yeah.
So I just think that's a caveat that people forget about that.
Right.
It looks great staged.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the point of staging.
That's the point of staging. Yeah, I just think that working with agents that have experience, that we can see a lot of things, right? Just from that first initial walking in, that I think a
Right.
lot of people are going
Gloss
to
over.
gloss over and going to miss. And I think that it's, like she said, you want to get that report and study it. She's so thorough. She'll study and understand everything and talk them off the cliff. But then on the reverse side, really investigate everything that's
Right,
there.
and we have people go out and give us bids on what might need to be done. And
Right. I think
advise them on things that are normal. I mean, because some things are just standard. They're going to be called out that aren't a problem.
Right. But yeah. And then I think, to be able to find vendors, and I think that's maybe what we're talking about. Like,
Right.
okay, I did find a roof guy. He's wonderful. Electricians. We just found it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Gwen found an awesome electrician. What is his name? I want to give a shout out
Rick
to
Dunn.
him. Rick Dunn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to interview him. He explained electricity so well. I was like, oh my gosh, I got it. But yeah, it's just to be able to have people that will come out and help you like that. All right, anything else about that buyer's inspection you can think of? Termites? You want to?
Well, the separate inspection, but I know a lot of agents don't like to do termite inspections. I don't understand why. Living in a beach city,
Yeah.
we have termites. I just had termite work done this week.
Yeah.
So
Do you think that as a listing agent they don't like to do it, or what do you mean? They just
I just talked to some agents recently who don't want to do both sides. Don't want to
Really?
do, which I find interesting. And again, different companies call out different things. You have to be careful who you're working with. But again, it's another report you have to read through and understand.
Yeah. I can't remember what house that was, but it comes back and it's a map of the house and it has just numbers all over.
And I diagram those numbers with what's on the report.
Yeah, so Gwen sat down and she just like, oh, and I'm like, okay. And from that experience now, yeah, I just had this happen. My poor seller, a lot of wood on the house, and I'm walking around, and I was actually representing the buyers too, which is sort of difficult, right? And I was like, wow, like that whole fascia board has to be replaced, and the numbers on the report weren't adding up to me. And I was like, wow, like it's so. She called me yesterday. They only put up the money for the materials. He forgot the work.
Oh.
Yeah, and I sort of knew. I was like, after doing this long enough and after walking around.
Sometimes they don't put the numbers exactly where they belong in case you're shopping there.
Yeah, but again, after doing it long enough, if you get in the area and you actually take the time to look, you're like, oh yes.
And it's dry rot and termite damage that we're basically talking about.
Right, dry rot is when you're looking at wood,
crumbling
wood. And then termites, we can see, sometimes they're there, you can see the little granulars. Yeah. If you're in a garage where it's open, you can actually see, what do they call the tubular ones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a termite person. I have to get a termite person.
We hire that to be done.
Yeah. But we do study those reports. But anyway, I hope you learned something today about real estate. And if you have any questions, give me a call, Michele K, 562-243-2171, and then I'll probably turn around and call Gwen.
Okay.
No. I'm teasing. Thanks, Gwen.
Thank you, Michele.
Bye.
Bye.